Hey everybody, welcome back to Spectrum Horde. As you can see, I've got Leatherneck from the G.I. Joe Classified line in the house with us today. We did a video on him, a good while back. But one thing I've been waiting on is that, if you followed the cartoons, he would always just be constantly in banter, arguing, ribbing, joking with another G.I. Joe in the TV series. And so we finally got him in the G.I. Joe Classified line. And today, by the way, is going to be a twofer. So we're going to unbox two G.I. Joe Classified figures today. So without further ado, we've got number 179 in the Classified line. We've got Wetsuit, so these guys can go at it all day long. It's going to be a lot of fun. So Wetsuit's looking really good in the box. Great artwork there and good photography on the back. Absolutely stunning photography. That's wonderful there. Can't wait to get him out. So there's his little aggravating friend. And the other one is number 178 in the G.I. Joe Classified line. It is Mainframe. Now, I do have Mainframe, the original. He's downstairs on the flag. I didn't bring him up here for this video today, but he's downstairs in the G.I. Joe parlor on the flag. And it is slowly becoming the G.I. Joe parlor. It is still a slow work in progress, but we're getting there. But we've got Blaine Mainframe Parker looking sharp in the box there. Good artwork on the side. And, of course, good photography on the back as well. Of course, now this shows a different rendering and style of Mainframe. We're going to go for the original, but we'll look at all of it. But I'm going to dress this guy up as the original from the childhood and from the cartoon. So without further ado, let's get these guys close up under the camera. Come on. All right, take a look at these fellas. So we're going to start on the left side. We're going to work with Wetsuit here. But one thing I want to point out, look how tall this fella is to Mainframe. He's all basically head taller than Mainframe. And of course now, let's put in Leatherneck just for looks here. So, and he's taller. If we took Leatherneck's hat off, he's definitely taller, and he's got that slim build too, for a swimmer. So that's really cool. But love the fact that he's just towering over Mainframe. Good God, oh Lord! So let's get a closer look at this guy before we put his accessories on. So he's looking very sweet. Got kind of a little aggravated look on his face. It looks like to me. Got some curly hair going on there. We got full range of motion. He can look down. He can look up. So that's great. We can get him to a lot of swimming poses. That's great. Arms, of course, go way out. Bicep swivel. Looks like we got a little butterfly joints there. Double elbow joints and wrist swivel up and down and side to side. So isn't that wonderful? That's nice. So let's see what we got on his. I don't know if this is supposed to be toward the back or on the front. Let's see, we'll just kind of leave it the way it is since it looks like it's stretched that way, but looks like got a couple of pouches around the biceps there. Looks like we've got a watch on him also. Nice little logo there. But the outfit looks like basically the original. Love the fact that they added the little zipper, molding on there. That looks great indeed. Let's see about torso. Perfect. Leans way back. That's awesome there. And of course, as we're working our way down, we'll just kind of look at the little straps he's got on here with these made-on pouches. Good little detail on those. So that looks great. Moving on down, we've got just a little bit of waist swivel. We got thigh swivel, of course, gun sheath there, and a gun holster and a knife sheath over here. Let's see if we can get those down below the bicep, or the thigh swivel, excuse me. They keep wanting to ride up. Let me work on this fella for just a moment here. Bear with me. There we go. I think I've got it somewhat. But anyway, bicep or thigh swivel, if I can get it out. And of course, double knee joints there. There we go. He's a little tight. And we got a little ankle swivel here, and then looks like a good range of motion on the ankles there. A little swivel above the ankle, I should say. Not shin swivel, but this holster just wants to keep going up. There we go. There we are. So let's see what his accessories are. Of course, we've got his little fins. These are cool. Love the detail on these little guys. That is nice. That's pretty cool. And of course, if you want to stand him up on a stand, then of course the holes are there as well, so they can still go up in there. But I don't think you'd have to worry about that, being the fact that because even with the Cobra eels, never had a problem, never had to use the stand if I wanted them to stand up with their little flippers on. So shouldn't have to worry about that as long as yeah, stands up really well, easily too. So here we are. We got his flippers on. Let's see. We've got his. We'll work our way back up. How about that? We've got his little blaster. Looks like it's got uh, like four muzzles on there, four barrels. Interesting. Okay. Let's go ahead and put that in his holster, like so. Boom. And on this side, we've got a knife. And of course, Hasbro, you didn't give me a silver blade, but that's okay. We have a black knife there, a little bit of detail on that. We'll just slide that into the sheath. And let's see, we've got his backpack here. That signature orange from way back in the day. Looks pretty cool, and we should be able to just slide that on. We've got two of the places for it to go into the little straps that are around him. So let's see if we can make that happen. Let's see. I have to finagle this. There we go. Well, maybe. Let's see if we can get it somehow or another. We can stretch that in there. There we go. I think we got it. I think. Yeah, barely. That's a little difficult, to be honest with you, because it doesn't really want to line up that well. But okay. But we made it. And then, of course, we get his helmet. And that looks pretty cool. That looks like a clear eye goggles on there. Yeah, yeah. So we should be able to see his eyes. And it looks like these are flexible, so we can hook those around to the tank. So let's go ahead and see if we can get this on him. Here we go. And let's see. And yeah, you can see his eyes in there. So let's go ahead and connect. Looks like this one connects to the back here, and this one over here. And let's see, we still get, well, his helmet's a little loose, but we still get a good, well, not much. We can do a little up and down range of motion is really what we're limited to. Very little side to side. But that what do you expect though? Good. And then of course we get his little flashlight here. Uh, not much to write home about that, but looks good. And we get this little propelling device here for underwater. So that looks pretty neat. So nice. Nicely done, Hasbro. I like it. What do you guys think about him? So, and of course, that would just plug into the bottom of the backpack here. And I hope, whoops, hit the camera. Hope I put this in right, maybe. I'm not sure. That's a little snug. There we go. Yeah. So it looks like I'm not sure if I'm supposed to have it this way or if it needs to be around the other way. But honestly, I don't know that it really matters. Do you? Y'all let us know. We'll look at the toy photography too and see what it shows. Maybe it does. Who knows? Well, he's holding it there, so. But according to this, the black piece should be up. So we'll change it. There we go. Easy fix. Boom. That helmet wants to keep sliding. Cool. There we have our wetsuit. All right, let's get him off to the side. You go over there and fight with Leatherneck. So let's move on to Mainframe. So he's kind of looks, after getting him out of the box, he kind of looks like he's pouting a little bit. What's wrong, buddy? Nice little haircut there. got a good range of motion. He can look down, he can look up a little bit. Got butterflies, swivels in the chest there. Arms, we can get them out. A bicep swivel, of course, typical. And double elbow joints, wrist swivel, all that typical stuff. So with him, no shin swivel, but we get the thigh and double knee joints and a little bit of range of motion in the ankles there. So as far as torso, always kind of curious, way forward and way back. So that's pretty good. Let's get a closer look at this outfit. So looks very much like the original. Uh, love the detail on the patch there, especially on this bandolier, this style holster hanging off of it, whatever you want to call it. Looks really good. We got some red and yellow cable there. That's a good little accent. Kudos to Hasbro on that. And then, of course, working our way around here, we get this little device that's on his wrist. Nice little detail on that. That is really nice. Like that. Going back to this holster, it does swivel, so that's kind of neat. And I'm guessing that this strap is just going to unhook. There we go. Yeah. So we can pop his gun in. I might have to re-situate him here because it looks like the belt is a little off center. There we go. So got a nice silver belt buckle on him, knife sheath. Looks like a place for a little device that he can carry. But all in all, this figure is looking pretty good. Knee pads looks great. So let's see. So the other head sculpt that we get is, of course, he's got his little headphones and microphone on here. Um, looks really good. And amazingly, the look is basically the same. They really replicated that sculpt, that mouth. It really looks like it's the same one, but with just a cap and earphones attached to it. So they did a really good job matching those. And of course, with Mainframe, we get a knife with a silver blade. Yeah, we'll go ahead and slide that into a sheath. We get his traditional backpack. Look at that. That looks basically like the original. That looks really cool. Not sure if this thing pops open. Looks like it might, because there's a looks like there's an opening here. I'll have to take a look at that and see. Maybe it's just the way it was molded. I'm not sure. Uh, Interesting, but it looks like it would come off or open up. Oh well. Hmm. Yeah, it's like I can get my fingernail in there, but it's not coming open. Of course, I don't want to break it, but okay. Well, we'll move on. So looks like we get this little device here. I can barely read what's on there. It's all calling, I think is what it's saying. Got my glasses on, still can't even read it, even with the close up of the camera. Oh, and I think this could be the device. Would that be the device that goes in here? Could be. It fits all right there. Maybe it's for this one, the bigger one possibly. Another little device that looks pretty cool, and that actually looks like that goes right there. Ah, that fits right there. Good. And then of course we get his gun. Nothing right home about that. It does have a little port for blast effects. So we'll slide that into his holster. Let's see how this holster works. Let's see if we can put the strap back around it once we get it in. Easy enough. This is getting better and better. And then, of course, we get his little briefcase laptop, actually laptop computer. And this one does open up. So we got some good detail on that computer screen there. Look at that. That is absolutely phenomenal. Loving that. That's cool. Just close that right back up. And then, of course, we get this hose. Looks like kind of like sci-fi. We're going to plug this thing directly into the little porthole here on the backpack. Boom. We'll go ahead and plug that in. Actually, I tell you what, let's go ahead and put his helmet on first. There's the helmet. Look at that, boys and girls. That looks great. Let's go ahead and get it on him. There, here we go. There we are. Now that's Mainframe, boys, right there. That is Mainframe. He's looking sweet. Yeah, like that. Okay, let's go ahead and put this backpack on. There we go. And we'll just connect this to one of his devices, maybe. I'm not sure which one. I think we can. Yep, we'll just plug it into this one. This is the one that has the port, the one that was on the backpack, and we can just plug that right on in. There we go. There we are. So that just plugs right in, and we can just plug that right onto the backpack. And then, of course, or put it around in his hand. So that's pretty good. Love the fact that we got a place to put it. That is nice. And so, Mainframe, love him. I can't wait to get him displayed. So, what do you guys think about Mainframe and Wetsuit? And do you think Leatherneck and Wetsuit are going to be happy with each other, or are they just going to be in that happy banter, joking, ribbing each other, arguing all the time again? So, anyway, if you like what we're doing, just click that like and subscribe button. Say hello to us once in a while, and I hope everybody has a great day. Bye.